We're up and running again. We've moved about 20 miles southwest of the house. This right here is terribly weedy. Wheat's thin and allowing the weeds to come through. One more rain and there'll be a bunch of these guys spraying because they can't get it. And in fact, there is guys spraying already that can't get it. But anyway, there's a little more in the head than what we had expected. You know, early on when it was dry, we really thought we were going to be cutting 10, maybe 15 bushel wheat. And we cut 25 acres on the back. Looks like it made close to 25, right at 25. Don't have it hauled in, of course, so don't know that for sure, but it sure beat 22, I know that. And Bob's headed around the side there. So I tried this morning. We had a pretty good dew. I let the dew go off and I started about, let me think, probably about 1 o'clock. And yeah, moisture was 15.5. So I gave it 2 hours. We have a little wind. It was rain moisture, it wasn't green moisture. Big difference. If you guys don't know, if the wheat is not ripe, that's green moisture. That takes, you know, that could take days to bring it down from 15 or 16. But if it's rain moisture and the grain was dry prior to a rain, well, then that's what we call water moisture. That can drop out pretty quickly with some sun and some wind. Like I said, this was 15.5, 15.8, somewhere around there. And then Bob brought his machine down about 4:30. We tried it again at 4:30 and it was 12.6. So I don't know if I got a little green spot that I sampled early. Maybe it wasn't quite 15.8. But like I said, we did have some pretty good wind and sun's been blowing over a terrace there, so let's slow down. Back in the back over there's some pretty fair wheat. Like I said, this is just, sadly, it's better than we expected. So I can't see much there. Got another terrace here, hang on. Yeah, one more rain and these weeds will take over. As soon as I get lined out here, I'll show you the camera. So it's coming in pretty fair. A lot of our wheat filled a third grain to the mesh. Generally on a normal year you have 2 grains in every mesh. Average around here is about 22 grains a head. This year we had 3 grains to the mesh, 4 to 5 meshes up. So that gives you an extra 8 to 10 berries a head. And I did pull a head this morning and thrashed it in my hand. I just grabbed it. It wasn't anything real special. And it had 41 berries in it. So that's where we're getting our bushels. It's dang sure not from how thick the stand is, because it ain't there. I'll keep you here just a minute. This backside, when we get on it, I'll show you. We just lacked a little moisture. This backside's pretty good dirt, and it drops into a low spot here. And we would have probably had some 50, 60, 70 bushel wheat with about 2 more inches of rain at the right time. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? Corn's still looking pretty fair. I'll zoom in here for you. That's pretty fair wheat down through there, but it's just a small bottom. Got some sucker heads there. We're washed out. Water run down the hill there. But anyway, Bob and I have cut about, I think about 35 acres off this place. We've only got 53 here. The rest of this quarter's in corn, which, knock on wood, looks phenomenal. It's about 7 feet high. And got a tassel about 4 inches down. We should be tasseling the next week or 10 days, looks like. Probably a week. I looked at it pretty well this morning. We got some chintz bugs on the edges of it where they're moving out of the wheat, which in our area that's kind of to be expected. Alright, I'll bring you back. Just opening up another patch here. Got 9 acres on the back side of a creek that I didn't think Bob could get through with a 30. Mine's 27. I barely fit. Weeds or trees are growing over in it. So this little patch sometimes can do amazing things. And it's, I don't know, kind of shaly dirt. Yeah, you can't see that, but I don't know. It'll grow stuff sometimes. This outside round's a little weak. As you can see, trees sat what little bit of moisture we had. Alright, we got this 9 acres opened up. Should lack a little less than an hour on this 50, I think there's 53 acres here. And I'll bring you back. Well, we got that one finished. Looks like Bob's heading over to take his header off. All about 3/4 full. Maybe where I cut her off, fellas. Be cutting tomorrow. Talk to you later.